about your relationship with Landon? It kind of looks like there might be some tension there this season.
No, there's not any tension. I think Landon this season, some of her actions are going to be very easily misinterpreted. I think she gets herself into a little bit of hot water.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave that up to the viewers.
What did you think about the whole idea of Thomas and Landon becoming a couple?
I think it's a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea. Yeah, I don't get it, I don't understand it, and I don't think it's, no, bad.
Okay.
Bad, bad, bad.
Bad, bad, bad.
Yes.
All right, so we'll see how that plays out.
This group needs to stop intermingling.
There
you know,
is a
there's
lot of
plenty of
intermingling.
fish in the sea.
That's true.
Plenty of fish.
That is true. Does it ever kind of gross you out to think about who's all made out with the same
yeah,
person?
I'm just glad I'm out of the mix.
Good thing you're married. You don't have to worry about all that stuff.
Exactly.
What's your relationship like with Landon since the whole "she said I love you" thing and how that got...
We've been in a better spot, that's for sure. Nothing against her personally, but we had a little squabble over the summer, and then this year it's just, I would say it's not a cold war, it's just a little chilly.
Okay.
But I still will never forget all the fun we've had as friends, and I will never let that go. Again, maybe I try to help people too much and I should mind my own business, but I gave her I'm trying to help her. She probably, it's unsolicited, she probably would tell you to shut the hell up, but I tried.
What did you think about this Landon and Thomas bombshell that started in the premiere? Wait, so do they get together? Like, what's going on here?
It's funny, like, I can only know what's going on in my world, and but I hear tangentially things that are going on, and yes, I think Thomas was driving pretty strong to the hoop, and decided that she was the one for him, but I don't know. But here's what I heard, that despite her protest, she never truly said no, thank you, Thomas. She left the door open time and time and again, which I can't wait to watch it, because like, to me that's interesting. Yeah, I'm the biggest fan of this show as anybody. Trust me. Like,
well, and because the Catherine always accusing of Landon all last season.
Oh, it's not going to look good for old Landon on this one.
No.
She's in trouble because.
Do you think she's?
But it's not her fault. That's the thing. You see, I feel like that's a sexist attitude for the viewer to have. You know, Thomas is the one that wants to foster a relationship. How is that Landon's fault? Mm-hmm. I hate that about the female-male relationship. No way, it's the guy's fault. Couldn't possibly be. I'm like,
never.
Oh, come on.
No,
you know?
I think they're equal. It's the dynamic between Landon and Catherine that I think get us all.
But then there's a dynamic, and you didn't hear this from me. I felt like Landon and Austin were sort of vibing there for a second.
A little birdie kind of told us there might have been a little spark between you and Landon.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, Landon and I had a great time together, and we always did. And, you know, that line can be blurred, especially as, you know, two members of the opposite sex. Mm-hmm. Landon and I definitely gravitated towards each other.
Okay.
You know, and that could be.
Did it become like you guys were boyfriend, girlfriend?
No.
Never exclusive?
I mean, look, you know, I think what needs to happen is that you need to watch to see how we kind of develop together.
Okay.
And that's exactly what happens. Like, we develop together as friends, as whatever else you want to perceive it as, and we definitely develop a relationship.
Okay. What did you think about her and Thomas getting together? Or the possibility of them maybe getting together?
That kind of started before I came on board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was always something there.
Yeah.
You know, whether they wanted to admit it or not, and it's something that I had heard about, you know, because Shep had kind of filled me in on that front, and I didn't know what the deal was, you know, and then this season when it kind of became like, you know, here and there, I would hear about her doing this and that, and she would tell me, and I just sat back and said, do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing, you know, I mean, who am I to who am I to step in the way of what's inevitable?